Hey Junior, boy do I have a video for you. You think that RV life is free? Wait till you hear what Mom and I actually spend to have this lifestyle. Stick around. Welcome everyone to Life Redesigned. My name is Bob.
I'm Carrie.
And we have been married for 28 years, and in 2022 we have sold everything that we owned, the house, the furniture, the cars, the kids. Well, we didn't sell the kids, but we left them behind because, well, they grew up and left us alone. So now we are on the road full time, and boy, I got to tell you, Carrie, that looking over a few things, boy, is there a big misconception about living this lifestyle and what the cost is.
It's not free.
It's not free, and not only that is it not free, it just amazes me how many people think it is, including our own children. Now, this video is going to be taking a little bit of a light stab at the cost of RV life, and it's also going to be a little crack at my own son, who recently has made the statements numerous times that this lifestyle, we just seem to have an untapped amount of money, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we want. Now, I'm going to start this video off with a disclaimer that not everything here is representative of life on this road as a whole. There's always cheaper alternatives. There's always more expensive alternatives. This is what it costs Carrie and I to live the lifestyle that we want to be comfortable with. We are going to be fully transparent with you how much money we have, how much money we make, where those sources of revenue come from, and how much we have going out every month, because I'm quite sure you'll be surprised. Now, if you're like us, you've watched a couple of YouTube videos, you've seen the travels of many people, and you're like, I got that Traveling Robert song in the back of my head that I'm free in my RV. And while Robert Morales, we love you, you are the godfather of good YouTube content. That song, has that been depressing on a few times, because I sing that song every time I write a check. Now, well, I mentioned in 2022 that Carrie and I sold our house. We're going to start off with this, and probably the most transparent part that I can be open about. We sold our house in New Hampshire at the height of the market. We watched all our neighbors leave us and move on to greener pastures, so to speak, and we saw this opportunity, this window of about an inch long, to sell our house and actually make a profit. At the end of the day, all said and done, when the papers were signed, Carrie and I walked out with about a cool $107,000 profit. And we had a plan, and that plan was to go down and pick up our RV, and we were going to take that money and we were going to solely invest it into our RV lifestyle future. And that way there we would be debt-free on the road, and that'd be great. And then reality hits. So we bought our RV, we paid cash to the tune of about $40,000. Smartest thing we did was reach out to Kimberly over at campgroundmemberships.com, and we picked up a membership to 1,000 Trails. We wanted the top tier package, which gave us the longest window to book reservations in, so we can book 1,000 Trails sites themselves 6 months out, and Encore Parks 3 months out. We also have RPI, which I probably won't continue with. And we've also supplemented that in with a few state parks. Now, when it came time to do all this, we did pay cash for our rig so that our home was owned outright. And then we're also going to put the rest of that money.
I just got stung. Okay, all good. Son of a bitch.
Okay. So we were going to put the rest of that money into a fund in case we needed a new truck, which actually happened sooner or later. Now, with that new truck became a issue of, we decided to finance that truck, and because we were in a positive equity situation doing our trade, but also wanted to make sure we had money as a backup, because sometimes it just makes better sense to have a revolving line of credit. All that said and done, okay, after the RV, after the campground memberships for 1,000 Trails, we were left with about roughly $60,000. Carrie and I have a very strong budget that we will not allow ourselves to drop below $55,000 in savings, because that's just the amount that we feel comfortable with. That being said, do you need that kind of money in savings? Probably not. In some situations, you may need more, you may need less. It depends on what your comfort level is being on the road. That being said, all that aside, our comfort level gets increasingly scarier every time that we go out. Now, you have your rig and you're ready to roll, and this is the interesting part. The first couple of months with Carrie and I, we spent money like it was free and clear, just coming in and going out. Now, that's where you can get into a lot of trouble really quickly. When we sold our house, we got rid of everything. And by everything, I mean we have no storage units, no friends holding stuff. We started basically just like we did 28 years ago. We started over completely new. So that meant we needed a lot of stuff. We needed furnishings for the RV. We needed silverware. We needed bedding. We needed everything. So those are things that depleted our savings pretty quickly. Now, what you're all here for is the actual monthly costs and the breakdown. Once you have your rig secured and your vehicle secured, right, this is pretty much the breakdown. Now, Carrie has a list because we had to actually go over all our finances to break this down monthly for you. So we're going to read these off back to back.
I didn't even think it was that high.
And it will surprise you. Now, before I go into this, I do want to preface this with I have a full-time job. Carrie handles all of our social media, which lately has become a full-time job thanks to you guys.
I love it.
And gals.
Yeah.
And she's been handling all that as well as our reservations and all our communications with Thousand Trails and any other vendor that pops up, whether it be Progressive Insurance, et cetera, et cetera. Carrie does an amazing job, and without Carrie's handling of this, there's no way we could live this lifestyle, period. So that, I want to make sure that you get kudos very quickly for that. Other sources of revenue come from Amazon affiliate links, which we have in every video description for the past 10 videos or so. We make roughly 3% commission. It does not cost you, the viewers, anything else. Addition, it's just something that Amazon pays us for referring you to Amazon to purchase these products. These are products that we've all bought ourselves already. We have our receipts for, in case you ever wanted to know. And most of the times, they're alternatives to what the bigger channels are pushing and being paid for. So that's something that we decided a long time ago when we were referred to Amazon affiliate programs, because everybody kept asking, where do I get this, this, and this? We put it in one list, and the list is relatively small of products that we actually bought and whatever. We're huge proponents of Amazon because Amazon can get us packages anywhere in the country, and sometimes, a lot of the time lately now, brick and mortar stores just simply don't stock for retail sales. They want you to buy online. That being said, our other source of revenue comes from YouTube AdSense. From YouTube, I think we've made $168 year to date. And with Amazon, to go back to that really quickly, I think we've made about $300 year to date, and we've only actually been paid about $14 because it takes about 2 months for that to catch up. Okay, now that all out there, let's start from the top. Carrie, what's the first bill that we have?
Propane.
Propane, very simple cost. We run through about a tank a month, and that averages about how much?
You'd say about $20 a month.
So, and that may or may not, go up or down depending on how cold it is.
Yeah.
Stuff of that nature. A lot of the times we're always plugged in, so we do have an electric space heater that helps. But for the most part, it's about a tank a month, I should say.
Yeah.
And so we'll include that as a weekly cost because it's really minor. Next,
RV insurance.
RV insurance, which is a good-sized amount.
Yeah.
And some of this stuff here, you might want to check with your insurance provider because it will vary state to state even. As we domicile in Florida now, this cost has gone up from being in New Hampshire.
But we also have Progressive, and a lot of people ask, what insurance do you use? And I have to say, it is costly, but it's the best that we've seen so far for us.
And yeah, hands down, our experience with Progressive on the road has been fantastic.
And that runs roughly $43.83 a month.
So all in all, not bad. Now, some of these things that we pay yearly in advance so we don't have to deal with it. Insurance is a big one that we just pay. We don't do monthly, but we're breaking it down monthly so you get an idea.
Truck insurance.
Truck insurance is a big one. Now, I don't want to spoil any upcoming videos, But the new truck raised our rate significantly, as well as moving to Florida, domiciling out of Florida has raised our rates pretty high. Right now, if it was to be a monthly thing, it's about $160.50 per month. And again, that's full coverage, and that, I mean, it's honestly something you need being on the road.
And food. So we spend roughly $150 a week on food. Now you might think that for 2 people, that's an awful lot of money. However, in future videos, we will give you an in-depth as to why we spend so much on food and what we're spending that money on.
Right. A lot of our food is now specialty food. We no longer dine out. We no longer consume commercial foods. So this year, for health reasons, we've implicated this. And again, not to get into too much of it here, we'll have future videos coming out that will address that. Not only the health concerns, but why our food costs have gone up. In some cases, tripled, because there are no more $10 Costco pizzas.
Exactly. Internet.
Okay, so now this one here, which if you're new to the channel, you're probably here because of internet at some point, or learn from us because of internet. I spend an obscene amount of money, and in internet is cell phone cover for both of us. I spend about $590 per month because I need to be connected constantly to my work's VPN and servers. There is no excuses. You can go back and check previous videos. We use predominantly Starlink and T-Mobile. Verizon has come in handy lately, but I have redundancies and backups that I need to have in place. So I spend an awful lot of money to be able to do my job.
Our RV security cameras.
Oh yeah, so this, our security cameras are another thing that we put up.
This is, I think, by far the most expensive item we have.
Oh, this is terrible. No. Yeah, no. What do we pay for that?
$3 a month.
$3 per month, and that gives us the ability to check on our cameras at any time, whether we are on a floating dock at a lake in Florida.
As I'm like holding on for dear life here.
So if you see Carrie turn green, that's why wherever we are, we just pull up our phones and we can check on those cameras. We also get alerts if there's somebody at the RV, because sometimes you guys like to just stop in unannounced and say hello. We like to know that. What else we got?
RV parks.
RV parks. So now I'm going to include Thousand Trails on a monthly level here. So our package for Thousand Trails ran us roughly $13,000 by the time we're all said and done. Now, prior to Thousand Trails, which we just started actually utilizing, we were paying for state parks or RV parks, which if you've seen some of our reviews, you've seen where we've been. And those have averaged out to be about $1,000 to $1,100 a month. Coincidentally, our membership to Thousand Trails works out to be in the first year about the same. Now, our second year, our dues and adding the trails collection and whatever else we got to do will be under $2,000. So next year, this will significantly drop. But on average, it's about $1,000 a month. Now, you can find RV parks that you can do for $450 a month. We're part of these groups on Facebook that, you know, there's stuff out there, $800 a month or whatever. Carrie and I like to move around whenever possible. We like to be in the thick of things. We like to be, as we're heading down to the Keys, we like to be in the Gulf Coast. We like to be in spots that, this is our life now. We spend our time catering to the kids. We want to see good things. If you're looking to just stay stationary, you can get a heck of a good deal on a lot of places, and we'll cut that cost significantly.
Truck payment.
So again, not to spoil anything upcoming, we have a new truck. That truck comes with a substantial payment because I don't like long-term loans, and I actually was able to secure a better loan by doing a shorter term. That is, how much am I paying for this thing?
You are currently paying $935 a month.
So there you go. So there's that. So,
but it's worth it for the safety, the reliability, and the ability to tow our home.
Yeah, a new truck for us was a no-brainer. And so where does that leave us now?
So we didn't discuss gas, but that fluctuates a lot.
So gas, we like to break down roughly about $80 per week is about about where we're at. Sometimes on travel weeks, it can be exponentially higher. And then we try to make that compensate. So like where we are now, it costs us about 1.5 tanks of gas to get here. And from there, we've decided that we're just going to adjust accordingly. And this is going to be a down period of about 2 weeks. So that kind of takes care of that.
Okay, so that all being said, it's a roughly $3,000 a month it costs us to live free.
Free. So, and to be exact, it's
Yeah.
like $3,002. But, you know, hey, it is what it is at that point. Now, when we were at home and we did the whole American dream thing with the, you know, half an acre of land in the 3-bedroom house and, you know, the 3.4 kids and whatever you needed, our costs were easily doubled because you have to have, you know, 2 cars and you have to have all these little things that add up, you know, and, you know, you're stuck in one place. So I don't want this to be a discouraging video to discourage anybody from living this lifestyle. This lifestyle is amazing. This country is absolutely incredible, and we are very honored to be able to do this, but it comes with a price.
And it takes planning, a lot of planning.
There is more planning to living this simply get up and go nomadic lifestyle than there ever was being in a sticks and bricks. And God, I hate that expression.
I know.
But a sticks and bricks home, you really don't have to do much planning. With this, you're constantly on the move, you're constantly going. We tend to stay, I think, with our 1,000 Trails membership, we can stay 3 weeks at a time. We like to stay about 2 weeks because we get bored of a place pretty quickly. So you're constantly on the go, constantly moving, constantly. The big thing here is if you want to do this and save a little money, you have to pick and choose your spots to have adventures, right? When we first started doing this, we were driving from South Carolina down to Universal Studios because we could, and we were spent Christmas weekend at Universal Studios. We were driving down to Jacksonville to go to the zoo. We were driving over. Now we've stopped that. We're taking it a little bit slower, and we're enjoying again, and I can't say this enough, everything that this amazing country has to offer. And it's all about enjoying our time as empty nesters and just taking what's become our 50s and just having a damn good time. And that's what this is all about. Now, if you are about ready to hit this journey, here's what I want you to do. I want you to comment below when you're going to be starting and what you think you're going to need to get there. Do you have advice on how we could save a little bit of money? Or if you think we should be spending a little more money and getting this wackiness to new heights? Let us know, comment below. And that's it. That's the true transparent cost of RV living free.
Yep. Yeah.
Until next time, I am Bob.
I'm Carrie.
And this has been Life Redesigned.